As the principal anchorage of the Hellenic Empire, the Ptolemaic capital and Egypt's second largest metropolis, the Mediterranean port of Alexandria has always been a center of cultural significance. Celebration of this has been a big part of Alexandria's recent development, and these days there is the Alexandria National Museum, a splendid facility that documents Alexandria's rich heritage. The museum is located in the Horea Street, and the building of the museum was the residence of a former wood trading businessman, Asad Basali, who constructed his villa, which was built over an area of 3,480 meters in the Italian style. The palace was a popular gathering place for many of the high-level people in the 30s and 40s of the last century. Basali lived in this house until 1953, and then he sold it to the American Embassy for £53,000, until the Supreme Council of the Antiquities bought it for £13 million in 1996, and then it was transmitted into a museum by the beginning of the third millennium. The museum was first opened to public in September 2002, and it nicely sums up the history of Alexandria in the 3 floors of the palace. On your trip to this aged city, wander through the beautiful palace and see the artifacts from the 4 main floors of Egypt: ancient, Greco-Roman, Coptic, and Islamic. There is also an array of more modern items such as royal jewels and an interesting collection of antique coins. You will learn about the interesting history of Alexandria as you explore the different chambers, which are color coordinated to the periods of their displays. The first floor contains the pharaonic items, including a lot of statues of different ancient Egyptian rulers and gods, and very interesting portraits of Menkaure and Hatshepsut. There are also some replicates of the tombs that were discovered in the Valley of the Kings. These tombs include canopic jars and many other interesting items. Among the most important items of the National Museum of Alexandria, there is the famous statue of the ancient Egyptian writer and some pots that were found around the Pyramid of Djoser in Saqqara. The middle floor contains the antiquities of the Greco-Roman period, which includes statues of Greek ladies and an amazing statue of the god Serapis and granite statue of Caracalla. There are also some scientific studies that were made in the Greco-Roman period concerning the human body. The last floor displays the items that belong to the Coptic and Islamic civilizations, which reflect how prosperous these 2 periods were. The collection includes 162 Islamic coins, candle holders, and much more. The Coptic section includes a lot of everyday life items made out of bronze, copper, and silver. There are also some interesting icons that demonstrate religious scene of the Christ and the Last Supper. This is beside a lot of cotton and textile products that have fascinating plants and animal ornaments. Afterwards, there is the section of Muhammad Ali's family that includes a lot of jewelries made out of silver and gold that belonged to the royal family. The most interesting section in the Alexandria National Museum is the section that displays antiquities that were found under the sea in Alexandria. The museum also displays live pictures of how these items were pulled out of the sea. This section includes a black bronze statue of Isis, some portraits and statues of Greek gods, which includes an interesting statue of the head of Alexander the Great and another for Venus, the goddess of love. The museum gives a total comprehensive illustration of not only the Alexandrian history but the history of Egypt. A visit to the National Museum of Alexandria is a must for anyone who is interested in the Egyptian antiquities and history.